Ladies and gentlemen, this is your man Steve Harvey talking. Now let me tell you something. Men think they slick. They think they can be obsessed with you and hide it. They think they can be in love and still act like they cool. But a man who's obsessed, oh, he leaves fingerprints everywhere. When a man is obsessed, but pretending not to be, one of the biggest giveaways is that he quietly checks everything you post while acting completely unbothered. He may not like your pictures, he may not comment on your posts, but trust me, he sees every single thing. He refreshes your profile like it's the morning news. He watches your stories within seconds of you uploading them, sometimes even multiple times, because he's studying you, trying to understand your mood, your life, your thoughts. But when you ask him about social media, he acts like he's too busy to scroll. He'll say, "Oh, I don't really use Instagram like that." Meanwhile, he could probably draw your last selfie from memory. This silent observation is his way of staying close without revealing his true feelings. He is trying to protect his heart, trying to avoid looking too invested, but he is already too far gone. He treats your online presence like a secret window into your world. If you change your profile picture, his day shifts. If you seem happy, he relaxes. If you seem distant, he starts overthinking. A man's ego will often stop him from showing public affection too soon, especially if he's unsure whether you feel the same. So he hides behind the screen, loving you from a distance. When you post something emotional, something deep or sad, he studies that too. He wonders what happened, who hurt you, and why he didn't know sooner. He may even try to reach out casually. "Hey, everything okay?" He pretends it's just friendly concern, but inside, he's panicking because the idea of you being in pain bothers him more than he expected. He's obsessed, but he wants to appear balanced, calm, unaffected. He keeps track of the people interacting with your posts as well. If a guy leaves a heart emoji, he notices it. He clicks that guy's profile. He checks who this man is, how long he's been around, whether he should be worried. He might not say anything out loud, but his mind is racing with questions and jealousy he refuses to admit. That is the silent obsession at work. Sometimes he even adjusts his own posts, trying to match your energy or get your attention without looking like he's trying. If you post a gym picture, suddenly he's posting workout stories. If you share something romantic, he shares song lyrics about love and timing. He wants you to see him too. He wants to stay visible in your world without exposing his heart fully. And don't be fooled by the man who watches your story but never reaches out. His silence isn't disinterest, it's fear. Fear of saying the wrong thing. Fear of coming on too strong. Fear of losing you before he even gets you. So he keeps his feelings locked up while his eyes stay glued to you. That is a man battling between pride and passion, and the passion is winning every day, even if he won't admit it. Another behavior that reveals a man is obsessed but pretending not to be is how he shows up where you are, accidentally on purpose. He will always find a way to cross paths with you, even if he acts like it's pure coincidence. He may pretend he just happened to be at the same cafe, the same event, the same street, or the same gathering, but behind that casual appearance is a lot of planning. He pays attention to the places you like, the schedule you keep, the habits you have, and he uses that information to create chances to be near you without having to openly admit his intentions. He wants proximity because your presence calms him, excites him, and makes him feel connected to you, even if he can't show it. Sometimes he will involve friends in these accidental encounters. He'll say, "Hey, let's go here," knowing very well you love that spot. He'll say it casually like it's no big deal, but he's scanning the room the moment he steps inside, hoping you're there. And when he sees you, he plays it cool, a simple smile, a nod, "Oh wow, you're here too." But inside his heart is racing like he just won the lottery. Being near you is his reward, and he keeps chasing that feeling over and over again. He might even pretend to be uninterested when he sees you, but his eyes tell the truth. His attention keeps drifting back to you. He listens to your voice, even if you're talking across the room. He notices who you're with, how you're dressed, whether you noticed him. He's pretending to be relaxed, laughing with others, scrolling his phone, but he's secretly watching every detail around you. That is not coincidence. That is obsession disguised as fate. And he hates it when other men get close to you in these moments. He won't show his jealousy directly, but it burns in his chest. He might step a little closer, join the conversation, or find a way to interrupt without looking like he's intruding. He wants to reclaim space, to remind others that he exists in your orbit, even if he can't say he belongs there yet. His body language will give him away, leaning in your direction, angling his feet toward you, stealing glances he hopes you don't catch. There are even days he will back out of plans if he finds out you won't be somewhere. If he can't see you, the whole plan loses its shine. His motivation is not the event, it's you. You are the main character in his world, and he keeps showing up because he wants to feel part of your story. It's a risk every time. He is terrified you might notice how much he cares, but he takes that risk anyway, again and again. This obsession doesn't shout, it whispers. It hides behind, "Oh, hey, fancy seeing you here." But when coincidence happens too often, it's not coincidence. It's a man trying to be close to what he wants while praying you don't see through him too soon. Another clear sign that a man is obsessed but trying to hide it is the way he gets jealous and masks it behind humor, sarcasm, or playful comments. He doesn't want you to notice how much it affects him when another guy steps into your space or shows you attention. So instead of showing anger outright, he tries to turn that burning feeling into jokes. He'll tease you about someone who compliments you. He'll joke about a guy messaging you, or he'll casually say, "Oh, that's your new boyfriend," like it doesn't bother him at all. But behind that laugh, his heart is pounding with worry that he might lose you to someone else. A man who's pretending not to care will always downplay his jealousy. If you mention someone else's name, there's a quick shift in his eyes, a flash of insecurity, a tiny moment of silence, and then he tries to recover with something funny or sarcastic. He may even roll his eyes or pretend to be irritated just to cover up that he's actually afraid. His jokes are a shield because if he makes light of it, he thinks you won't notice how much it stings. He watches the interactions you have with other guys even when he pretends not to be paying attention. He notices the tone of your voice, how long you smile, how much you respond. He compares himself silently to every man who approaches you, wondering if they're better, stronger, smarter, or more charming than he is. That jealousy isn't just envy, it's proof that he has already given you a piece of his heart, even if he hasn't said a word. Sometimes his jealousy shows in his behavior more than his words. When he sees a guy flirt with you, he suddenly becomes protective, standing closer to you, getting more involved in the conversation, or subtly putting himself between you and that guy. He may not touch you, but he becomes a silent barrier, claiming a space around you that he hopes others can sense. He can't say, "She's mine," so he shows it through actions instead. And after the moment is over, he might bring that guy up again later, but in the form of another joke. He'll tease you about how interested that guy seemed or laugh about something he noticed. It's his way of checking again, do you like him? Should he be worried? Does he still have a chance? That humor is a nervous disguise because he's scared of hearing an answer he doesn't want to hear. Deep down, jealousy exposes his truth. He wants you to choose him. He wants to be the one you look at, the one you text back, the one you think about, but he's fighting with his ego, the part of him that refuses to admit he's already hooked. So he hides behind laughter, acting like nothing can shake him while everything inside him is shaking. A man who jokes too much about other guys is a man who cares more than he's willing to confess. When a man is obsessed but pretending otherwise, one of the most revealing signs is how much your happiness affects him. Even though he acts like he's not invested, your mood controls his mood more than he will ever admit. If you're laughing, glowing, full of joy, suddenly his whole energy brightens. He'll find himself smiling without even realizing why. But if you're upset, if life has worn you down, if something has broken your spirit, he feels it too. He may try to hide it, but your sadness gets under his skin and sits there, making him restless and uneasy. He cares too much, and that care is the part he struggles to hide. He pays attention to small changes in you, the tone in your voice, the way you respond to messages, the way your eyes look when you're not fine. Even when you say, "I'm okay," he knows whether you're telling the truth or not, and he will go out of his way to make you smile again, even if he does it from a distance. He might send you a funny meme. He might crack a random joke. He might show up for you in indirect ways, like bringing your favorite snack or giving you unexpected support when you least expect it. A man pretending not to be obsessed will often act like he's just being nice, but inside he's terrified of seeing you unhappy. He feels responsible for your peace, even though your relationship may not have a label. He wants to fix things for you. He wants to protect you from stress, from struggle, from the world. Even if he doesn't voice his feelings out loud, his actions scream loyalty. And the more connected he feels to your well-being, The more he tries to understand what makes you smile, he studies your interests, your favorite songs, your comfort movies, your dreams, the things that light you up. He notices how your eyes sparkle when you talk about certain passions. So he encourages them, even subtly, just to see that spark again. Your happiness becomes his priority, even if he pretends it's just casual support. But the truth reveals itself most clearly when someone else makes you happy. When he sees another man giving you joy, his reactions shift. He tries to laugh it off. He tries to stay composed. But jealousy shoots through him like lightning. And in those moments, he becomes frustrated not at you, but at himself, because he knows he could make you happier if he just stepped up and admitted what he feels. Yet fear stops him, ego stops him, uncertainty stops him. This man battles between wanting to be the reason you smile and forcing himself to act like your joy doesn't affect him at all. It's a silent storm inside him. But no matter how hard he tries to stay cool, every time he sees your smile, his heart chooses you again. And every time he sees your tears, he wishes he could take the pain away, even if he has to pretend he's unaffected by it. When a man is obsessed but desperately trying to hide it, one of the most undeniable signs is how he remembers everything you say, even the smallest, simplest things that you mentioned once and forgot about right after. You may casually talk about your favorite childhood candy, a movie you loved years ago, the date of an important exam, a detail about your family, or a random dream you have for the future. To you, it's normal conversation. To him, it's treasure. He stores every little detail like a collector saving priceless items. His memory becomes a diary of you, your likes, dislikes, fears, favorites, and hopes. This level of attention is not normal friendship. It is a heart that is deeply invested but afraid to be exposed. He listens to your words like they are meant only for him. He studies your expressions and tone to understand what matters to you. And what matters to you instantly becomes important to him. Even if he acts like he forgot the conversation, he remembers it with perfect clarity because you are always on his mind. There will be moments when he proves this memory without even trying. He will bring you something you once said you liked. He will repeat a joke you made weeks ago. He will remind you of a dream you told him about late at night. It might shock you how accurately he remembers because he wasn't just listening, he was caring. And caring makes every detail stick to the heart. He may also use these memories to protect you. If you're about to make a decision that could hurt you, he'll recall something you told him before and try to guide you without sounding controlling. If someone else tries to impress you with shallow knowledge, he already knows you on a deeper level, which is why he often reacts when another guy assumes something wrong about you. His memory becomes his way of feeling close to you while still pretending he's not obsessed. Sometimes when feelings overwhelm him and he's too scared to show it, he'll stay distant. But even then, he can't stop remembering. You live in his mind even when you're not around, and when you speak again after days or weeks, he picks up right where you left off because he never stopped paying attention. This man might not confess his emotions, but his memory reveals his truth. When you mention things you've completely forgotten, he finishes your story. When you think no one else cares about your small joys or minor struggles, he proves that he does. His heart captured every detail because those details belong to you and to him. You are unforgettable. So when a man remembers the little things, the things that seem insignificant, it is because you are not insignificant to him. You are the thought he can't let go of, the presence he keeps coming back to, the story he wants to keep reading. His memory is his confession, even if his words are silent. The most telling sign of a man who is obsessed but pretending not to be is that he can't walk away, yet he won't fully step in either. He is trapped between desire and fear, pride and vulnerability, longing and hesitation. On the outside, he may appear distant, uninterested, or casual, but inside he is tethered to you with an invisible rope. Every time you leave the room, his mind follows you. Every time you laugh, his heart skips a beat. He tries to act cool, to convince himself and everyone around him that he's unaffected. But the truth is, you are the center of his thoughts, and he can't let go. He hovers on the edges of your life, appearing only when he can control the situation, when he thinks he won't be rejected, or when he believes he can manage his emotions. This is a man who is obsessed with proximity and attention, but terrified of vulnerability. He wants to be close to you without risking the pain of being too exposed. He wants to be in your world, but he is scared of admitting he belongs there. It's a constant push and pull. He shows interest in subtle ways, checking in, sending messages at random times, leaving hints of his presence, but he stops short of making a bold move because the stakes are too high for his ego to handle. Despite his hesitation, he can't resist opportunities to be near you.